Can I ask?
Yep.
The two things that I see at this age that are the biggest problem is at pitching is trying to lead with your front foot instead of like driving into it with your hip, like you're stepping into the pitch. And then the other thing I see is a lot of like, I call it T-Rexing or short arming of the ball. Do you have anything specific for like those two issues that?
So this drill here will help with leading with the front foot. So if they're just doing this,
Yes.
then I'm not loading into my back leg. If I load into my back leg, then I'll stay balanced as I go. I can't do this at the same time. It doesn't feel good. But if I'm here, then I can easily just timber.
So when you have him or her throwing, have your hand literally on that front hip until they're ready to go. So like as he's here, you're keeping him back and then you let him go once he's done what he needs to do. We used to,
Or you
instructor,
can
you could brace him that way too. It's whatever feels more comfortable. It's one of those weird scenarios, but we had a coach use a stick. He had literally a yardstick that would sit on my hip until I was ready to go. Then he would let me know. It took me a long time to learn that, but it's one of the easiest things. And in that same deal, get your arm out, right? Match. Because if you're here and you're here, you're not matching. Matching will take care of a lot of the short arming right away, just by doing that.
So short of kind of just the monotonous yelling at them, my son and every kid on our team last year, when they were just throwing on back, when they're pitching in their standard, they're like,
Amy.
It's like, what are you doing? Stop doing that.
Yeah.
And they did it all game long.
Sure. So I love, not to cut you off, but I love the word yelling, right? Like, and that's what it feels like at a certain point. I get it, but that's what it feels like. The best part of this is in these drills, hopefully, and in practice, you can solve a lot of those little potential wrongs by setting expectations, right? Just saying, hey boys, we're here, and girls, we're gonna do this way so that you are getting better at it, and then encouraging that fix right away. Quick fix, let's get back to our mirroring, because kids are gonna drift. I mean, they just will. In that drill, as you're walking the line, you know, have your assistant do the same thing. You're looking at those couple of key things, you know, we're wanting to do this, we're wanting to do that. If it's not happening, fix it, you know, as best as you can. But kids are kids. I mean, let's know our audience at the same time. Challenge them the next time they do that. Hey, have fun while you're doing this, but let's throw the ball at, I did this, so these targets back here, we did balloons. We literally put up water balloons because then all of a sudden those boys weren't trying to throw softly at it. They were trying to pop the balloon. And we did this up at, Bassier, right? We just put it up there on the wood, just tack them up there, and the kids, they loved it. The moms didn't because they had to pick it up, but at the end of it though, I felt like the kids came out like that short arm and just, they were afraid to hit the kids too. That was another thing, right? It's one of those things, you know what I mean? And kids are afraid. Once they've hit one, you know, then all of a sudden there's that instant fear of doing it again. But all you can really do is encourage as much as possible to get over that little component of it.
Well, I think that also goes into my third bullet point. So just, you've got some shorthand verbiage that you can create with the kids, whatever it is. However you teach this to the kids, keep the verbiage the same so that they know what you're talking about. When you say a word, they're gonna know, oh, that's right, matching. Oh, okay, yeah, I need to swing my arms. Hey, count to three. 1, 2, 3, right? So they'll think about that. Also think about, I guess, the positive words instead of the negative words, right? So for your example, the kid that short armed, hey, stop short arming. Well, yeah, no kidding, dummy, I know I'm short arming. What should I do? Right? So, hey, match, right? Instead of don't do this, hey, swing your arms, count to 3, whatever it is. So it gets them into thinking about what they should be doing instead of don't short arm, right? So you're up at the plate and the coach says, hey, don't swing in the high pitch. What are you looking for? You're looking for the high pitch. You're going to swing in the high pitch. So tell them what to look for, right? Same thing with pitching. Tell them what you want them to focus on instead of what you don't want them to do. I just put a couple of things down there under bullet number 3. Some of the things that we talked about: firm front side, whatever you want to call it to them. That's just my shorthand. Firm front side, so they know what that looks like. Stride on line, fast out front. That's not something that we talked about tonight, but really, if you see a kid throwing with his head, or the ball's going up again, and his glove side looks good, he's staying on line, but the ball is still going this way, what tends to happen is they go fast right here, and they lose all that energy, and so they throw the ball here, instead of being nice and smooth and fast out front. So fast out in front of their ear to the plate. Kind of like when they're swinging, everything is really relatable, right? Pitching to hitting. So hitting, I don't want to be fast here, right? I want to be fast here. I want to keep my barrel through the zone as long as possible. I want to keep my throwing arm, my throwing hand, my strike deliverer through the strike zone as long as possible. If I'm fast back here, well, now I'm in and out, right? Or in and out, whatever it is, right? Pulled around. Okay, so if I'm smooth and fast out front, I'm staying through that strike zone as long as possible. So that's that fast out front. Pitch with your eyes. We've all seen this. The kid that picks up late, right? Pick up your target. Pitch with your eyes instead of trying to aim it. So the kid that's like this, pitch with your eyes. Use your eyes. Just throw where your eyes are looking. And then reset, deep breath. Have them find some place, somewhere to just reset what they're thinking about. Look on top of the dugout, look in the dugout, look at the tree, look at the outhouse, whatever it is. Have them reset, deep breath, and then back to it.
Yep. I mean, that right there is the biggest thing that you're going to have success with is getting them to reset, decompress, whatever you want to use. Just take the moment away from them. I used to walk out after the fourth walk and just say, what are we doing for dinner? It's a really easy way to kind of stop that chaos for the kid. What'd you say, Coach? What do you want to do for dinner? Ice cream? Should we eat ice cream? Oh, by the way, let's get on time. Or match, mirror, whatever it is that you need to do, and deliver that message after you've kind of reset him. Because sometimes at this age, they just have a hard time doing that reset. It's just not part of their DNA yet. Emotions. The one thing I want to talk about, you're gonna have the emotions that come out of this age group, right? Dealing with it and kind of coaching through that moment. Tears are good things at times. They're frustrating as a coach sometimes, and for the kids too. But ultimately, the one that has that emotion wants to be there. Right, so help him fix that moment and help him or her go on the right path. Because success changes pretty quickly with baseball. I just walked 3 batters, but then I just struck the next 3 out. Right, it's as simple as that. So, kind of recognize that as a coach when those things are happening, and if you could stop them before they get to be too long, like use your mound visits, stop the game. Right, bring your team in. All those things are great, useful tools at that reset, because the reset is probably the most important part of a kid struggling. Because none of us want to watch them struggle, whether we're a parent, whether we're a coach, whether we're a fan. Grandparent, doesn't matter. We want Johnny to succeed. So don't allow that to get too far gone, and get in there and do what you can. And ultimately, there's always another day, right? Until the last game of the year, we've got another opportunity tomorrow. We'll get him then, right? Encouragement is essential at this age and at any age, really. I mean,